The news in detail. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah reportedly met Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence in Delhi on Saturday and discussed multiple issues, including the recent terror attack in Pahalgam. Officials said meeting lasted around 30 minutes, and this was the first interaction between the two leaders since April 22nd attack that claimed the lives of 26 people. Most of them are tourists.
पर मंगलवार को हुए आतंकी हमले में 27 से ज़्यादा लोगों की मौत हो गई, जबकि 20 लोग घायल बताए जा रहे हैं। ये हमला ऐसे समय पर हुआ है जो घाटी में पर्यटकों की संख्या में तेजी से इजाफा हो रहा था। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी हालात पर लगातार नजर बनाए हुए हैं और केंद्र सरकार ने इस भी कड़ी पर नजर बना रखी है। वहीं आपको बता दें कि जम्मू और कश्मीर के पहलगाम आतंकी हमले के बाद पाकिस्तान को भारत के जवाबी कार्रवाई का डर भी सताने लगा है। इसी कारण पाकिस्तान ने हमले के चंद घंटे बाद ही सीमा पर सेना
A Sri Lanka Airlines flight arriving in Colombo from Chennai underwent a comprehensive security search following an alert about the suspect wanted in India. The airline confirmed in a statement on Saturday. While official details about the suspect were not immediately available, Sri Lankan police, as cited, conducted the search after receiving intelligence that a person linked to the April 22nd terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir could be on board. The flight UL-122 landed in Colombo at 11:59 a.m. on May 3rd. The search was coordinated with local authorities based on an alert from Chennai Area Control Center. Sri Lankan Airlines stated that the aircraft was thoroughly inspected and later cleared for operations. However, due to mandatory security procedures, the airline's next scheduled service, flight UL-308 to Singapore, was delayed. The search comes as Indian authorities continue an extensive probe and manhunt related to Pahalgam terrorist attack. India has suspended all inbound mail imports and port access from Pakistan following the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam. The DGFT banned all goods from Pakistan under a new clause in the foreign trade policy, citing national security. India and Pakistani vessels are now barred from docking at each other's ports. The move impacts Pakistani exports and informal trade routes, with all measures in effect immediately. Union Minister Jitendra Singh expressed that Prime Minister Modi's decisions are always made with the country's and its people's best interest in the mind. He highlighted that all actions would be in the national interest, reinforcing the commitment to ensuring the country's security and well-being.
मैं तो समझता हूँ कि जो भी प्रधानमंत्री जी फैसला लेंगे वो मुल्क और अवाम की बेहतरी के लिए, हमें उसमें ज़्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आउट ऑफ टर्न बात करने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि होम मिनिस्ट्री के पास, डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री के पास कुछ एक ऐसी रिपोर्ट होती है जो शायद हमारे पास, आपके पास ना हो। जो भी फैसला किया जाएगा देश हित में, राष्ट्र हित में किया जाएगा। और मुझे ये कहते हुए भी खुशी है कि हमारा एक बहुत सालों से रुका हुआ शाहपुर कंडी का प्रोजेक्ट था दरियाए रावी पे, क्योंकि जब इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी हुई थी तो 3 दरिया हमारे हिस्से में आए थे, रावी, सतलुज और ब्यास, तो उसमें बड़ा रावी था। लेकिन नामालूम किन वजूहात से पिछली सरकारों ने उस प्रोजेक्ट को 40-50 साल बंद बस्ते में रखा। तो मोदी जी के आने के बाद वो भी रिवाइव हुआ, उसके 2-3 महीने में उसका आखिरी फेज भी मुकम्मल हो जाएगा। तो हमारे हिस्से का पानी जो पंजाब और जम्मू कश्मीर के जो जिले हैं बॉर्डर डिस्ट्रिक्ट, इस तरफ कठुआ, सांबा, उत्तर गुरदासपुर, पठानकोट, उनके लिए इरिगेशन, पावर जनरेशन के लिए काम आएगा। मैं तो समझता हूँ कि जो भी प्रधानमंत्री जी फैसला लेंगे वो मुल्क और अवाम की बेहतरी।
A fresh spell of light rain swept across various parts of Hyderabad on Friday, offering a welcome respite from the persistent summer heat. Areas such as Banjara Hills, Jubilee Hills, Kukatpally, Miapur, and parts of Secunderabad reported light showers, accompanied by overcast skies and cooler breezes. The sudden change in weather brought temporary relief for residents, especially after days of soaring temperatures. Commuters were seen taking cover under umbrellas and shelter spots, while the light drizzle caused slight disruptions in traffic movement in some areas due to wet roads and reduced visibility. According to local weather officials, the rain was a result of localized cloud formation and minor disturbances in the atmosphere. More intermittent spells of light rain are expected over the coming days, especially during the late afternoon and evening hours. JKNC Chief Farooq Abdullah said that the situation was normal and encouraged more tourists to visit the region without fear, remarking that those who feared would be losing out. He appealed to the people to visit the places like Pahalgam, Gulmarg, Srinagar and Katra for the darshan of Mata Vaishno Devi, emphasizing that the people were wary of terrorism. He stressed the importance of eradicating it and expressed full support for any action the Prime Minister would take in this regard, stating they were awaiting such measures.
बहुत अच्छी सिचुएशन, बहुत अच्छा है और नॉर्मल है। लोगों को ज़्यादा ज़्यादा आना चाहिए और डर नहीं रखना चाहिए। जो डर गया वो मर गया।
लोगों ने 90% से ज़्यादा बुकिंग कैंसिल कर दी है। लोगों से क्या अपील करना
वो फिर से आएंगे, वो फिर से आएंगे, वो फिर से आएंगे। पहलगाम ही नहीं आएंगे, गुलमर्ग जाएंगे, सोनमर्ग जाएंगे, सब जगह, श्रीनगर जाएंगे, माता वैष्णो देवी के दर्शन करने के भी जाएंगे, हर जगह जाएंगे।
और जो दोनों देशों के बीच में तनाव है, आपकी तरफ से कोई मैसेज होगा कि क्या होना चाहिए दोनों रीजन में?
देखिए, हम लोग थक गए हैं आतंकवाद से। आतंकवाद को खत्म करना जरूरी है। उसके लिए कोई भी कार्रवाई प्रधानमंत्री करेगा, हमें वो मंजूर है और हम वो उसके लिए इंतजार कर रहे हैं। चलिए, बहुत अच्छी सिचुएशन, बहुत अच्छा।
Advocate Piyush Sachdev, the legal counsel representing Tahavur Rana, stated that the accused was presented in court where his handwriting samples were collected. Voice samples were also taken by the agency at its headquarters. He emphasized that the accused complied with all required directions and procedures during the process.
Today, the accused was brought for taking his specimens of handwriting, and that was done in presence of Judicial Magistrate First Class, and he's complied with the orders of the court.
सर आज कोर्ट में क्या हुआ इस पूरे मामले को लेकर? वॉइस सैंपल आल्सो टेकन बाय
The voice samples were collected by the agency at their headquarters on Lodi Road. आज कोर्ट में अक्यूज को लाया गया था, उसकी हैंडराइटिंग सैंपल्स ले लिए गए हैं, और ये जो चीज़ थी वो JMFC साहब के प्रेजेंस में हुई, तो जो ऑर्डर्स थे कोर्ट के उनके साथ कंप्लाई कर लिया गया। नॉर्मल अल्फा न्यूमेरिक जो नंबर्स और डिजिट्स होते हैं, और जो उसकी हैंडराइटिंग और उसके सिग्नेचर्स।
सर आपसे कुछ बात हुई क्या राणा से इस बीच में, जब उसका नमूना लिया जा रहा था? कुछ उसने बोला आपसे?
नहीं, उसे बस यही समझना था कि इस चीज़ का प्रोसीजर क्या है और इन चीज़ों को कैसे यूज़ किया जाता है, तो एक बार जब उन्हें ये बता दिया गया तो वो काफ़ी सेटिस्फाइड थे और उन्होंने कंप्लाई किया जो भी डायरेक्शन थी, जो भी प्रोसीजर्स थे।
तो ये सर सैंपल और वॉइस जो लिया गया है, ये किन कारणों की वजह से लिया गया?
अब ये तो NIA वाले ही बताएंगे, तो जब चार्जशीट फाइल होगी तब पता।
सर आज कोई बात अपने परिवार से रिलेटेड या इन्वेस्टिगेशन के रिगार्डिंग कि कैसी जांच चल रही है या मुझे
नहीं, ऐसी कोई रिक्वेस्ट नहीं थी, ना ही कुछ ऐसी बात हुई। थैंक यू। टुडे
Secretary Economic Relations Damu Ravi stated that the President of Angola was on a state visit to India and was given a ceremonial welcome at the forecourt of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He noted that this marked the first such exchange between the two nations in 38 years. Highlighting Angola's current chairmanship of the African Union, he emphasized its significance in the broader context of India-Africa partnership. He mentioned that the delegation-level talks covered a wide range of bilateral issues. During the meeting, President Lourenço strongly condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, and expressed Angola's solidarity with India in its fight against terrorism, including cross-border terrorism.
Friends, let me briefly cover the program and also the important elements of the visit. As you know that President of Angola, Mr. João Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço, is on a state visit, which started yesterday and it will close tomorrow. Today he was accorded ceremonial welcome in the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan by Honorable Rashtrapati ji. Thereafter there was a call on by Honorable External Affairs Minister on the President of Angola, and there were delegation level talks held by Honorable Prime Minister at Hyderabad House, during which the various aspects of the bilateral relations have been covered. And today, later in the evening, there will be a banquet by Honorable Rashtrapati ji. Let me also put the importance of the visit. Now, this is the first time that a VVIP visit on both sides is taking place after 38 years. And this is the first visit of President Lourenço to India since he assumed office in 2017, and it also marks two important events. One is the 40th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Angola, and the second is it marks the 50th anniversary of the independence of Angola this year. As you all know that Angola is holding the chairship of the African Union, which is a very important area for us too in the context of India-Africa partnership. So we are seeking their support in deepening our relationship with Africa. And the delegation level talks between the two leaders covered a wide gamut of relationship, covering making an assessment of the existing relationship as well as the futuristic scenario in terms of new areas of cooperation. During the press briefing, there was a very strong message, and also during the delegation level talks, President Lourenço condemned the heinous, cowardly act terrorist act in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir, and there was condemnation of it, expressed condolences to the bereaved families, and solidarity with India in tackling terrorism in all its forms, including the cross-border terrorism. Friends, let me briefly cover the program and also the important elements.
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge expressed a deep shock over the Pahalgam incident, calling it a tragedy that had shaken everyone. He demanded that the bereaved families be compensated by the government and called for a strong response to Pakistan. In the light of the attack on the caste census, Kharge recalled that when Congress initially demanded it, cabinet ministers has accused the party of seeking divide in society and incite communal riots. He stated that while he was unsure of the government's intentions, he was pleased that the demand for a caste census has now been fulfilled.
नहीं, CWC का मीटिंग तो हमने किया है, इसीलिए किया है कि मैं परसों ही आया था, फिर सडनली कल गया था, फिर आज हमारे एम.आई. पाटिल साहब का प्रोग्राम था तो मैं वापस आया। हमने CWC में यही तय किया कि एक तो जो पहलगांव में हुआ है ये बहुत बड़ा सदमा हम सब लोगों को पहुंचा है, और जो 26 लोग उसमें मारे गए और उनके परिवार के लोग जो आज बहुत दुखद है, उनको मुआवजा देना चाहिए और गवर्नमेंट उनकी रिहेबिलिटेशन की व्यवस्था करनी चाहिए। ये हमने अपने CWC में भी कहा है, और उसके साथ ही साथ हम ये भी चाहते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट पाकिस्तान जो करने जा रही हमारे पर हमला, उसका मुंह तोड़ जवाब भी देना चाहिए। तो सेंसर देखिए, इसके बारे में तो मैं खुद 2 साल पहले लिखा था और वो लेटर भी मैंने मीडिया को बताया है। और कास्ट सेंसस जब हम डिमांड कर रहे थे, राहुल गांधी जी भी डिमांड कर रहे थे, तब कर्नाटक के मिनिस्टर्स और खुद प्राइम मिनिस्टर के जो कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स है वो ये कह रहे थे कि हम लोग समाज को तोड़ने के लिए जाति जनगणना पूछ रहे हैं, और ये भी उन्होंने कहा कि जाति जाति में झगड़ा लगाना, धर्म में फूट डालना, ये काम कांग्रेस वाले कर रहे हैं। मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, जो 2 साल पहले मैंने ये सवाल उठाया था उस वक्त तो नहीं किए, अब आप किए हैं, तो आपका मकसद मुझे मालूम नहीं, लेकिन ये अच्छा है कि जो हमारी मांग थी उस मांग को, उस डिमांड को उन्होंने माना है। और हम ये चाहते हैं कि बैकवर्ड क्लासेस में जितने भी पिछड़े कम्युनिटीज़ हैं, पिछड़े अति पिछड़े, उस
Deputy CM Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka hailed the centre's announcement of a caste census as a victory for Telangana government during a visit to Khammam. He stated that Telangana's caste census had become a national role model and would guide key government decisions. He urged party workers to publicize the survey findings and called upon BC communities to support the government. He called Rahul Gandhi's demand for nationwide caste census during the Bharat Jodo Yatra and noted that Telangana had passed a resolution in the assembly seeking 42% reservation for BCs in politics, education and employment based on the survey. Bhatti remarked that BJP, which had once ridiculed their caste census efforts, have now shifted its stance under public pressure.
రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం చేపట్టినటువంటి కుల గణన పైన భారతదేశం కూడా ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ మోడల్లో చేయాలని చెప్పి నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్న సందర్భంలో అఖిల భారత కాంగ్రెస్ కమిటీ శ్రీ మల్లికార్జున ఖర్గే గారి నాయకత్వంలో రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారు, సోనియా గాంధీ గారి ఆదేశాల మేరకే ఆనాడు ఈ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం, ముఖ్యమంత్రి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు, మేము క్యాబినెట్ మొత్తం కలిసి ఒక నిర్ణయం చేసి రాష్ట్రంలో కుల గణన చేయాలని ఒక నిర్ణయం తీసుకుని, చాలా క్లిష్టమైన సమస్య అయినప్పటికీ, చేయటానికి ఇబ్బంది అయినప్పటికీ కూడా దేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి అన్ని సెన్సెస్ స్టడీ చేసి అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లో జరిగిన ప్రక్రియను కూడా లోతుగా అధ్యయనం చేసి అంత అంతిమంగా 57 ప్రశ్నలతో 75 ఉప ప్రశ్నలతో కలిపి రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా కేవలం 55 రోజుల్లో ఈ కులగణన జరిపి దేశానికే తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఒక రోల్ మోడల్ గా నిలిచింది.
Minister Pongulet Srinivas Reddy emphasized that the Indirama House scheme was introduced with the noble intention of providing shelter to the poor. He expressed hope that the only deserving poor would benefit from its initiative and urged engineers to ensure that there were no mistakes or errors in the process. He announced that a toll-free number would be set up for reporting irregularities in the construction of Indirama houses, encouraging people to report issues so that action could be taken against those responsible. Minister Pongulet also clarified that as per the scheme's rules, the houses should be between 400 and 600 square feet, and the government would only cover costs for houses built within the size range.
ఏదైతే ఈనాడు సెలక్షన్ జరుగుతుందో మీరు వెళ్ళేసరికి సెలక్షన్ లిస్ట్ రెడీగా ఉంటుందో సెలక్షన్ లిస్ట్లో మీరు ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి తప్పు ఉందని చెప్పినా ఈవెన్ కలెక్టర్ గారు అప్రూవ్ చేసినా దాన్ని క్యాన్సిల్ చేసేది అవుట్ రైట్ డెసిషన్ నేను తీసుకున్నా. ఎస్ ఏడిచ్చింది తప్పుంది సార్, ఇతను భూమి ఉన్నాడు, ఇతను డబ్బులు ఉన్నాడు, ఇతనికి మనోళ్ళు ఏదో లోపాయకారి ఒప్పందం చేసుకొని ఇల్లు ఇచ్చారు అని ఒక నా చెల్లినో ఒక నా తమ్ముడో ఎస్ ఇక్కడ తప్పు జరిగిందని మీరు నాకు జస్ట్ మీకు నా డైరెక్ట్ ఒకటి టోల్ ఫ్రీ నెంబర్ ఇస్తాను, మీరు చిన్నదే పాస్ ఆన్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ మీ పేరు కూడా బయట చెప్పను, నా సెక్రటరీ చెప్పినా నా ఎండి చెప్పినా నా ఈఎన్సీ చెప్పినా ఎవరు చెప్పినా సరే డైరెక్ట్గానే నాది ఫోకస్ ఉంటుంది. పూరెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది పూర్, చిన్న అవినీతి కూడా జరగకుండా 24 క్యారెట్ గోల్డ్ అంటే ఎంత దానికి మార్కెట్లో వెయిట్ ఉంటుందో అలాగా ఈ హౌసింగ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి మీరు ఒక మంచి పేరు తెచ్చే విధంగా.
In a significant move, the Congress government has seized illegally occupied government land in front of the Banjara Hills ACB office in Hyderabad. The encroached area, covering 12 acres in survey number 102/1, had buildings in the state of disrepair, and the occupation occurred during the BRS regime, with government officials reportedly turning blind eye to complaints. Following renewed complaints after the Congress government came to power, CM Revanth issued orders for the immediate seizure of the land. Minister Ponnam Prabhakar, GHMC Mayor Vijay Lakshmi and Collector Anudeep visited the site to oversee the action. Minister Ponnam congratulated the officials involved and reaffirmed the government's commitment to preventing encroachments and public land. He also criticized the BRS leaders for using the Dharani system to support such encroachments and urged public to report any future encroachment activities.
ఈ స్థలం అంతా కూడా ప్రజలు ఉపయోగార్థం ఉపయోగించడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ యొక్క స్థలం సేకరించేందుకు నేను జిల్లా కలెక్టర్ గారిని అదేవిధంగా ఆర్టీఓ ఎంఆర్ఓ వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా అభినందిస్తా ఉన్నాం. జిల్లా ఇన్ఛార్జి మంత్రిగా రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున మేయర్ గారు పూర్తిగా సహకరించినారు. ఈ యొక్క ప్రభుత్వ స్థలాలకు సంబంధించి పుకారు చేస్తున్న సందర్భంలో ఎక్కడైనా ప్రభుత్వ స్థలాలు కబ్జాకు గురైన సమాచారం ఉంటే అధికారుల దృష్టికి తీసుకురావచ్చు. ఈ సందర్భంగా ప్రజలకు కూడా విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తాం. ఈ స్థలం అంతా కూడా ప్రజలు ఉపయోగార్థం ఉపయోగించడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ యొక్క స్థలం సేకరించేందుకు నేను జిల్లా కలెక్టర్ గారిని అదేవిధంగా ఆర్టీఓ ఎంఆర్ఓ వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా అభినందిస్తా ఉన్నాం. జిల్లా ఇన్ఛార్జి మంత్రిగా రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున మేయర్ గారు పూర్తిగా సహకరించినారు. ఈ యొక్క ప్రభుత్వ స్థలాలకు సంబంధించి పుకారు చేస్తున్న